Hello and welcome back to my channel, and as you can see in front of me, I'm ready to do another dip powder mani using the Dipped Official dip powders and liquids, and I've kept the Glam Pink on my thumb and my pinky, and I've already dipped my ring finger with Glass Slipper. It's as you can see, a white iridescent dip powder. And I will also be using Glam Pink and Clear as Day, as well as the dip powder liquids. And you may be wondering why I'm going to be using Glam Pink again when I've left it on my thumb and my pinky, but all will be revealed when you get to the end of this video and you see my final mani. So we are going to get a piece of tissue ready to wipe my brush and my roll for my finger, just to make me a little bit higher, and I'm just going to quickly show you on my middle finger how Glass Slipper dips. So while you're watching me do that, I'm going to explain some exciting news that I am now an official brand ambassador for Dipped Official, and I am so honoured to have been asked to be a brand ambassador for them. This gives me a 20% discount code that I can offer to all of you. There will be a picture at the end letting you know what this discount code is, and I'm sure somewhere in this video I will put it on screen. But my discount code for you all to enter at the checkout is all in capitals, and it's my name followed by the number 20. So that's Tracy 20, and my name is spelled Tracey. Just for those of you who don't know, maybe new here. If you are, thank you for following me. And thank you for coming and watching my video. And as you can see there, Glass Slipper dips absolutely perfectly. So we're going to just carry on giving that a couple more coats, just so I can get, because I should imagine you could use Glass Slipper as a topper over a colour. I wanted it nice and as opaque as I could without making my nail overly thick. And just dip away. And say, even for my nails, these pots are a lovely size. And there we have. Just how gorgeous is that? So, oh, we're going in for one more. I wasn't actually sure because I couldn't remember. That is the part and parcel of doing a video and then leaving it till you can get time to yourself in a quiet space to do a voiceover. I hope you're all staying safe wherever you are in the world. Now that should be the last dip for that one. And I activated it with the dip activator. It's a spray activator. And now we are going to get to the design that I want to do on that now with Glass Slipper and Glam Pink. So I've done colour blocking with dip powders before, and I wanted to try something different. Now I don't use those French mani tip guides, but I've got hundreds of them. And because they are curved, and that is the look I was going for, as you can see, I peeled one off and stuck it to that section of my nail. And then to the outside part, so that's the biggest area of the nail that's left exposed, I'm going to dip in Glass Slipper. And I'm only going to do a few dips because I don't want to make it too high for the next part that I need to do. So as you can see there, I'm carefully painting around. It doesn't matter if a bit goes on that, and you'll see why. I don't know if anyone's ever done dip like this before, but I have a couple of times and I've had no problems, just like striping tape, peeling it off when the polish is still wet. So it's the same process of painting the base, dipping into the powder, letting it soak in, brushing off the excess, making sure that that is still stuck flat, and then ever so carefully just painting again. Now the one thing you'll notice I did do different this time round is I didn't do 3/4 of the nail. I went straight from the cuticle, and that's why I'm only going to do a few dips, because I don't want it too thick at the cuticle area. But I also wanted it to be level with the next part that I do. As you can see there, that's worked well. Just, I'm brushing off the excess. In case you wonder where my hands are disappearing to, I'm brushing off the excess off of camera so I don't contaminate anything, because I'm still in my little cramped up space and my table is filled with dip powders and tissues and liquids and not a lot of room. So that will be the final dip into glass slipper for that one. So we will put the lid on that so I don't knock it over. And then I'm going to brush off the excess and then come back with my tweezers and just take off that guide. And as you can see there, I have a nice exposed part of my nail that I'm now going to dip with Glam Pink. But I'm going to activate this part first, because I don't want any of the Glam Pink to stick to the glass slipper. I'll still want that, the like glittery white colour that it is. So we've done that. We'll let that dry, and then once that is dry we will start dipping with Glam Pink. So now we've already got the guide, so I'm going to paint ever so carefully with the base coat in that section, and because I've activated, I've got to remember to wipe my brush before I carry on and put it in the bottle. Now it's a bit tricky, as you can see. I have no idea what way to put the brush without getting it on my skin, but we do work it out by a little dab dab and then swipe it round. So and then I wipe the brush because obviously I activated that now. And then just dip that section into Glam Pink. And I think that needs another dip. Yep. And there we go. So I'm going to do a couple more layers of that, to say just in that section for the pink, and then I will activate that. So I'll just let you watch while I do that. So it was just an idea that I had of something that I wanted to try, and to finish this look off I am going to be applying water decals before I totally finish this with the dip powder or the dip liquid's top. As you can see there, got a nice shape to the nail. It's not overly thick. So yeah, so for those of you that are wondering, can you use water decals with dip powder? Yes, you can. So we're just going to put the lid on that, and I am going to encapsulate this with one layer of clear as day, because I've got the two different colours. When I file and buff the nail, I want to get that nice crisp clean line, and I don't want to take any of the colour away because I only dipped twice with the Glam Pink. So as you can see, I've tipped some into the lid. Just give that now a nice thin even layer of the base, wiping the brush before it goes back into the bottle, and then hold my finger over the pot and just tip that clear all over. And looking at that, it could do with a dip, and there is, I just checked, there is no other powders on, so we'll just give that a dip and a dip, and that's all protected now. Bit of a blur there, but we can get rid of that, so that's not a problem. So we just need to activate that now with the spray activator, and then I'm going to let them dry. File and buff off camera like I normally do, and then yeah, we will come back and finish off this look with some water decals and maybe something else, so stay tuned. Okay, we're all buffed and filed, refined back into shape, so I'm just wiping over with some alcohol just to clean off the dust, and you can see how gorgeous glass slipper is. Now I'm not too bothered about that wonky bit at the top of that one, and you will see why come to the end of the video, but for now we are going to do some water decals. So I found these floral ones, and to me they looked so pretty, and they sort of matched the colour that's in the Glam Pink. So I'm just going to quickly cut out the ones that I want and put them on my plastic sheet there, like I do if you've watched previous videos where I apply water decals with a stamp. I'm just going to give them a squirt of water, like so. So say for smaller decals, I do prefer this way of applying them. You can see them two there, just wanted to stay together, having a little fight. So I'm just going to let them soak for a bit, and I have my clear little stamper ready. And all I've done to those nails is just wiped off with alcohol. I haven't applied or sprayed, no activator. This is going straight fresh from the filed, refined, buffed, clean of dust nails, just to let you know. So we're going to play around with them for a bit in the water so I can see if they're coming off their backing. And then we're going to get my little stamper and just pick up the decal, dab the excess water off on tissue, and then I'm going to try and get this in view, but it's a bit hard because it's a little stamper. And just place that on the nail with a bit of help, and then push it down, and then I use tissue to soak up some excess water, and finished the rest of them off camera because this video is going a bit too long. Now I'm going to spray activate. So now the activate is now going over the decals. So we're trying to get that in on camera so you can see. But just a couple of squirts, like so. And then let that dry. And then come back and apply the top coat as you would normally. And that is how I use water decals with dip powder and the dip powder liquids. In some respects, the spray activator is better for decals than the brush on one, because you're not actually touching the decal with a brush, if you know what I mean. Although you are with the top, but then they've already been coated with a layer of activator, so. But hey, that's just my personal opinion. So that is that. And now I'm going to quickly add something off camera just to finish this look off. And as if by magic, ta-da! I haven't blinged out my Cindy hand in ages, and I absolutely love these dip powders with those water decals and the bling. Glam Pink, Glass Slipper, as clear as day, all from Dipped Official. The links will all be in the description box below where you can find these items plus more. Don't forget to use my brand ambassador discount code. And until next time, you stay safe. Bye.